Well, good afternoon. I've been making videos very often these days. I probably shouldn't, but who cares? Even years ago, Todd used to tell me, you've been so obsessive about these videos, you're making them all the time. And now, like, considering the fact that how I don't give a fuck and disappointed about YouTube, it's like, makes it even more weird, but I don't even care about nothing. I'm just gonna walking around making this stupid ass video and people are gonna be staring at me. Oh, this guy's so weird, but everybody knows about it anyway, so. I had this talk with my mom, who is like obsessively watching my videos because of this fucking real PewDiePie who thinks that, she's helping me in my life, but she's fucking stupid. Because let me tell you, you click on the title, things are not what they seem to be. We're having that conversation because I drank 40 yesterday and it took me like almost 2 hours to do it. And I was just talking shit, getting aggressive and this and that. Of course, people blame it on alcohol, but number one, and my mom was like, oh, before you didn't used to be this way. Nah, before I used to actually drink more. Like now, if I drink 40, an hour and a half, and I talk about things and I think about things, it's just like, getting a little bit inebriated. Before I used to drink 40 like fucking 2 minutes. And I actually used to drink more. But back in the day, because I had freedom and nobody gave the fuck, nobody cared. And now I've been hearing, oh, you're gonna become an alcoholic and this and that. I've been hearing the same stupid shit 20 years ago. I was drinking a little bit back then. Now I'm drinking a little bit here and there too. Actually even less. Because I've been drinking 2 40s and 1 therapist drink a week, and that's all I had. Just whatever I had it on YouTube. When there are other people, they don't post it on YouTube, but they're probably drinking way more than me. And nobody tells them that they're fucking alcoholics and shit. People just demonizing me, but it is what it is. It's life. All the celebrities, all the big people, all the people who achieve something in this fucked up existence, they've been demonized. I'm not saying that I'm gonna be successful. I don't see it right now. And I'm quite honestly, I don't even care about what's going on in this world, and I really don't care about nothing. Don't have anything going on for me. And my mom was talking about, need to be more social with people, go to this like autistic people foundation, or whatever. I've been doing inspiration years ago, so I went there and I dealt with these people, and quite honestly, I felt like I only got 2 friends out of it, Todd and Joel, and that's it. And then I lost in touch with them. With Todd, we got friends because of drinking. We didn't even go to the same group. I just met him randomly. And not because of that, and I didn't care. And then Joel, because, we played billiards. And that's it. The rest of the people over there, they were not even interesting to me at all. And it has nothing to do about what's wrong with you. I mean, the level of functionality matters, but it's not, I feel like you cannot like really make people friends based on what's wrong with you, what not. It's not about what's wrong with you, it's about who you are as an individual. And certain things that's wrong with you, okay, people can just like forget about it. Yeah, it comes from that, but it doesn't really matter because, certain things people should just like not pay attention to. Because things cannot be changed and be designed to be certain way for certain reason. And people should just like close their eyes on it, because if you're gonna pay attention to everything, it only creates more problems, But a lot of smart, so-called neurotypical people don't even realize that. Some do, some don't. But then again, it's not about what's wrong with you, it's all about who you are as an individual. Because like I said, there are different people, even normal people, they can't get along with each other. There are a lot of normal people who don't have friends, who don't have girlfriends, and they don't even have a diagnosis, so nobody like labels them anyway. So it's not about what's wrong with you, it's about who you are. And people perceive, there's something wrong with you, should be a certain way. No, you don't. Elliot Rodger had Asperger's. It didn't stop him from killing 6 people, injuring 19. He didn't care. So it's all about who you are as an individual, not what's wrong with you. And there are a lot of neurotypical people, you know, who think differently. So what? They're fucking stupid. They say, oh, there's something wrong with you, don't show up, don't act this way. And these people are not bigger and stronger than me. And that goes back to another video I watched. It reminded me of Lydia again. This psychologist, Andrei Nazarov, Russian psychologist, was talking about the man being a tyrant. And of course, you know, I know why I'm watching, so it's very interesting. I can relate to that because this is what Lydia used to tell me about me being tyrannic, emotionally abusive. I heard all of that shit. But here's the kick to it. It's all about people. Like, when it comes to Alim or other people, you know, I didn't have the type of relationship with them. Like, Alima never told me that. And I was getting along with her better. But why? Again, it all goes how people treat you. It's all about you seeing people for who they are, right? And then knowing how to deal with them. Then if you know how to deal with people, this is when you know. If you know how to deal with people, people not going to be abusive to you. And a lot of people, they just don't have it in them. Another example from my life. I used to have a teacher, English teacher, right? And I used to have behavioral problems in school. In all the lessons, the majority of the lessons, I was acting crazy. My behavior was not good. I had problems and all of that. When I used to go to English lessons, right? My teacher was like this. He was big, tall, strong, big guy. He lives in Canada now. At that time, he was probably around my age. He had teenage kids. Now, you know, he's probably like, I don't know, he may be 60 even now, but it doesn't matter. He lives in Canada with all his family. So anyway, that man, he never raised his voice. And anybody. And people didn't even wanna act out on his lessons. And I dealt with a lot of other teachers, and they didn't have that ability, see? So some people may say, oh, you know what, you tyrant, you this, you that, there's something wrong with you, right? But other people, I'm not gonna be treating them that way. Why? Because of different people interact with each other differently. It's all about who you are as an individual, you know? Like, the main reason why I was treating Lydia like that years ago is because the way she was acting to me. She was telling me all this shit. Something's wrong with you. Don't show off. Don't do this. Don't do that. And I'm like, bitch, I'm stronger than you. I'm better than you. And other guys are dumping you. And they didn't do shit to you. And you were getting more out of them than out of me. And you treating me like I'm worse than you are. I'm not taking shit from people. Sure, I'm going to be abusive to that bitch just because of that. But I'm not going to be just abusive for no reason, you know? It's like, she was bitching at me, telling me shit. And then she herself was fucking up. Just like getting fired from the job and other things. And this is where I was like, you know what? You're being pain in the ass right now. You're acting like you're better than me because you're normal and I'm not. And then here you are, getting fired from the job because boss yelled at you. What the fuck is that? I'm a crazy autistic guy, you know, and I'm not getting, you know, I'm not quitting the job because of that. And bosses used to yell at me and I didn't give a fuck. Yes, it was not the most pleasant experience. Yes, it was giving me anxiety and I didn't like it, but I'm not quitting no job for shit, you know. And I've been working in hostile work environments all my life, where I was thinking about freaking shooting up the place because I didn't like that the bosses were bitching at me. But I didn't want to do it, but I was scared, you know. I remember feeling these thoughts of, you know, aggression because they didn't like the way I was doing the job and I was doing my best and they were bitching at me and I didn't like it. And you know, I think I just don't care, you know, like people tell me, oh, respect people. I just don't give a fuck. I keep telling you guys, I just don't give a fuck. If I was big and strong, somebody said something to me I don't like, I fuck them up and I'm gonna care less, you know? Because they're pieces of shit, because they're not letting me live how I want. So they need to pay for it, you know? Shit goes down to the toilet. The same thing goes to people. If I don't get my way with people and I'm stronger than them, I can do anything I want to them, you know? Because I don't give a fuck. That's just how I look at things. Now, if these people gonna keep their mouth shut and they're gonna give me what I want and they're gonna let me act how I want and live how I want, I'm probably not gonna do anything to them because I'm not really like aggressive person who just walks around like beating people up. It's not me. I'm not like that. It's for me. It's all about getting what I want, living how I want, and not dealing with no fucking bullshit from people. You know. So if people's not gonna be giving me shit, I'm probably not gonna be doing that type of stuff. So why I was tyrannic and abusive to some people? Because of their behavior. They were acting in a way which was making me want to treat them that way. That's all. If they would act differently, I wouldn't be abusive to them. You know, because it's not like I'm going around abusing everybody for no reason. You know, you have to understand that. There is a reason why I act to people a certain way. And a lot of times it has to do with their behavior, the way they treat me or the way they act around me. You know. So, and a lot of times they've been saying or doing things to me which are like, were triggering that aggressive behavior in me. So, because a lot of people, there are so many fucking stupid and ignorant people in this world, it's like unbelievable. Who are doing a lot of and saying a lot of fucked up, stupid things. You know? I mean, I can learn not to let things bother me, I get it, and just keep going and doing me. I don't have to react. I can be calmer. And actually that would be strength. But I didn't look at it before, see? I was looking at things differently because, you know, I was thinking like, look, I'm this little guy, I'm not big, I'm not tall, I'm not strong, right? And other people tell me, hey, you shut up child, you ta-ta-ta. What do I want to do with these people? I want to fuck them up. I want to grab the gun, grab the knife, shoot them, hurt them, and show them, like, look, you motherfucker. You don't tell me shit. You have to be happy with anything I do. You need to give me what I want and shut the fuck up. And if you're not gonna do it, I'm gonna punish you. And if I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna feel like I'm superior to them and that's gonna make me feel good, you know? I'm gonna feel like I'm cleaning up this planet Earth from these pieces of shit who don't let me do what I want, who taking my freedoms away from me. And I'm just punishing them because I can't get my way because of them. You know? That's just how I look at things. So, and if I'm gonna punish them, I'm gonna feel like a king who hurts people who don't let me do what I want, and because they deserve to be punished, you know, in my eyes, because I can't get my way with them. I understand that my way may be not the best way, but it's the best way for me, so the best I can do is do what works for me. And of course people not gonna understand it because they don't have my problems, they don't have my personality, whatever, but you know, that's the thing. Different strokes for different folks, you know. So whatever could be good for me could be bad for somebody else. Whatever works for me is not gonna work for somebody else. That's just what it is. That's just life, you know. But because people don't understand it, they creating problems for me. And when they create problems for me, I get angry and I act abusive. Because of my character. Now, if I were to have a different character, different personality, I would be acting differently. Like, you know, like some people, like, take the same example with Lydia, like, for example. She used to shame me. She used to say, oh, you need to feel bad about the way you act. See, when people treating me like that, it only makes me angry. Like when people telling me, oh, you're not acting the wrong way, you should be sorry for the way you act. What I want to do, I want to fuck these people up, because in my mind, nothing I do is wrong. And if people tell me otherwise, they're enemies, you know. They're shit. You know, they're dangerous people to me. If people, I like to use this word, dangerous this day. So what I'm gonna do, if these people are weaker than me, I'm gonna abuse them. If these people are stronger than me, and I cannot abuse them, I'm just gonna stay away from them. I'm gonna be blocking them. And then I still may like be abusive towards them, like I may be verbally abusive towards them if it's online. Because online I don't see the person, so I can cast person out because I don't care. I don't know this person bigger, stronger than me, whatever. You know, it's like, they say something I don't like, I just cast them the fuck out because I don't care. Because they make me feel that way. And then it's gonna be like completely like, they give me insults, I give them insults. And at some point, I'm just start blocking them because I see that it's not going anywhere. It's just like we just keep insulting each other and digging dirt on each other. And this is what happened with the real PewDiePie. Even though I'm talking to her sometimes, but I block her out from my YouTube, and she still keeps making videos about me. Or Muhammad Karen Al Abdullah and all these guys. They say, "Ko, we want you to be normal. We want you to socialize with people." But whatever they're telling me, they make me feel like I won't do nothing with these motherfuckers. So I just keep blocking them, and they just keep opening these accounts, and I just keep blocking them. And things clearly not working out. I feel like I'm wasting my time on some stupid bullshit. And people say, "Oh, there's something wrong with you, you should change." Well, certain things you cannot change, but then again, it's like, even if though there's something wrong with me, whatever, and people gonna see it, you cannot change it. But in spite of that, if I would be left alone and I will have my freedoms back, I still could be doing better things with my life, you know. I shouldn't be going around, you know, doing DoorDash, dealing with people asking me stupid questions, or dealing with people treating me in type of way. If that wouldn't be the case, oh yeah, people see something wrong with me, but then they start seeing who I am and they start treating me at the face value. And in the end of the day, it would be the same thing. But it would be a little bit better, because right now I can't talk to nobody because people treat me some type of way. But otherwise, things could be better. I probably could have had more friends, because I could find like 2 or 3 people who say, "Yeah, Emil is weird, this and that, but you know what, I'm just gonna treat him as a person. We have this and this in common. We're gonna build a friendship based on that, and I'm just gonna close my eyes on his weirdness, and I'm just gonna act like it's not there." And if that's gonna be the case, it's definitely gonna prevent a lot of problems. I would feel like I can be myself. I would feel like, you know, I can just do my thing. I would feel like I can be free. And then I wouldn't have to insult these people or treat them any type of way, because I will see that we understand each other. And if I really care about these people, I'll be like, okay, so now you're telling me that this is what insults you, okay. If you're not gonna be acting this way towards me, maybe, you know, I will consider like treating you differently, and not to cuss you out or not use these words towards you, whatever, and be like nicer to you. If I really want like that person in my life, I would say, you know what, I'm willing to forget it, I'm willing to move on, I'm gonna be acting differently towards you from now on, I get it. But if the person's gonna be acting, you know, like, "Oh, you ain't shit, ta-ta-ta, you're not a normal person, I'm not gonna have sex with you because you're not normal, ta-ta-ta," and giving me all this insults and all of these waves of thinking, and telling me you shouldn't be like that, you shouldn't act like that, you shouldn't work like that, don't show off. Sure, if person gives me that type of crap, I'm gonna be cussing them out, especially if that person is smaller than me or weaker than me. I'm looking at me like, what the fuck, this piece of shit talking to me like that? I can destroy them. I don't care about your fucking norms. Like, fuck you and fuck your norms. You can shove it. And tell it to the other normal guys. Go to them and ask them why, see how they treated you before, and why you're not with them, and why you couldn't like get a normal relationship with all these normal guys, and they're not doing shit for you, you know. So it's like, who are you to fucking be treating me like that anyway? So sure, I'm gonna destroy that person and abuse the crap out of her, especially if she acts like that towards me. She should be acting differently. Even though she's a small person, I could abuse her and get away with it. I'm probably not gonna be doing it, because you know what, it's not like I'm just walking out in the morning and say, let me just abuse this little girl just for no reason. I just feel like I want to abuse somebody. It's not like that, you know. Like, whenever like I'm treating people some type of way, there's a reason for it. I'm not just like walking around to just fucking cussing people out for no reason, you know. I don't do that. If I'm cussing people out or abusing people, there's a reason. Yeah, I get it. If I were to have a different character, maybe I would be acting differently. Maybe I'll be, yes, sir, I'm so sorry, ta-ta-ta. Like, there are some people like that. There are some people who kissing up to people. But see, it's not me. I'm not like that. I don't take shit from people, you know, so I don't care. If you were gonna fucking with me, I'm gonna be cussing you out, because I don't care. I mean, if you're stronger than me and I'm afraid of you, I'm not gonna be cussing you out, but inside of my head, I'm gonna think, oh, this piece of shit. I hate him so much. If I was big and strong, I would destroy this motherfucker. And I'm not gonna give a fuck. you know. I may not say it, but that's what I'm gonna be thinking, and I still will be keep doing what I'm doing, ignoring the shit out of you, you know. And yeah, you're still gonna be on my blacklist anyway. Not gonna be talking to you, not gonna be ignoring you. It's not gonna be a good relationship anyway with that type of person. It just, I'm not gonna be like saying how I feel, but if I have an opportunity, I'll do the same thing. I cast the motherfucker out, but because like I'm afraid of that person, because that person has power over me, I'm not gonna be casting them out. But doesn't mean that I'm gonna be respecting that person. That person's gonna be still piece of shit in my book. I'm just not gonna be saying it, but I'm definitely gonna be staying away from that person, walking out on him, and trying to deal with that person as much as the least amount of possible, you know, avoiding that person because of it. That's what I would be doing. So the fact that if I'm not cussing you out, or I'm not telling you how you feel, I feel about you, it doesn't mean that I respect you or like you. It just, I may be afraid of you, therefore I will be just be avoiding you, because I don't want to deal with the consequences. But then again, this is not like a good relationship with people if you feel that way, you know. If you're just avoiding people because you're afraid of negative consequences, it doesn't mean that you like these people, you know. So that's just what it is. Things are not what they seem to be. And no matter whatever is right or wrong with this person, you need to treat people the face value, how they are, not what's wrong with them. Because, you know, you cannot just like take the little part of the picture and say, oh, there is this, therefore you like this. Put people in that box. You cannot do that. It's not gonna work, because we're all different, and there are all kinds of varieties between people, and different people relate to each other differently. Some people can get along with each other, some people cannot. So you cannot be friends and get along with everybody. So alright guys, that was just my rant about people. Thanks for watching. Peace.